This episode of FilmRiot is brought to you by Domain.com. FilmRiot Mondays. Ryan's mail sack. Let's get to the questions.
Why is that happening?
It's kind of like the spoken word poem things where they have like the bongo. It's like adding a little something to the beginning, you know?
Sure.
I mean, or not. We don't have to do it. I just thought it's just an idea.
Mail sack. Mail sack. Taking a look in Ryan's mail sack.
First question, if you could show one director one short film of yours and get feedback from it, what short film would it be and what director would you want? Actually, I would not show a short film to get feedback from. Those are things that I've done and it's over with. I would want to talk to a director about projects that I have coming. I would love to pitch ideas to certain directors or show them a script and get them to rip that apart and sort of point me in the right direction, be a mentor on that. I would much prefer that sort of thing. And obviously, Spielberg would be at the top of my list. So Spielberg, J.J. Abrams, Martin Scorsese, David Fincher, those would be probably my top picks for people to show stuff to and for them to rip up and tell me how terrible I am. But if I had to choose a short film, I guess probably Proximity. FilmRiot Christmas special, please! I'm sorry, but unfortunately we're not doing another FilmRiot Christmas special this year. And that's again because it's weighing work and family, and we really want to be able to spend time with our family. And because of how small we still are and how many other projects we have going on, it would really take time away from our family during the holiday season to try and pull it off, because by the time we'd be able to get into production on the thing, we'd be, well into December. So, we did that, I think it was 2 years ago was the last one we did, and we were working up until we put it out. So it really hurt our sort of holiday time with our family. And I got a new baby, so we're putting family first yet again. And it's something that I would encourage you guys to always do. The career is great, but always put your family and loved ones first. That's from me to you. There you go. Some friends and I are working on a short and it's starting to get really cold outside. Any tips for working in cold temperatures? Well, everybody knows how to dress for the cold. So as long as you know that it's coming, just make sure everybody knows to dress accordingly. And also, long johns or thermals underneath your clothes are a big help. Really warm socks. There's also these hand warmers that you can get that you break the bags and they warm up and they stay warm for a decent amount of time. We had people shoving them in their shoes and in their pockets to warm their hands. You can get space heaters, which are helpful. We did all these things on UFO Yeah, because it was pretty freezing out when we shot UFO Yeah. And also warm drinks, hot drinks, like coffee and tea, do a lot to help warm people up. And then having somewhere where people can go to warm up if they need to. You do all those things and you should be all right. Do you ever plan on buying/renting a studio for FilmRiot, or is it gonna stay within your house? We've kept it in my house for a while now, and I've actually bought/rented houses that were double the size that I needed for that purpose. So, part of the house is actually turned into a studio and the other part of the house is where I live. For a lot of reasons, because I work 24/7 is the main reason that we've done that till now. So, being able to work and then also be where I live, so my wife and now babies is there, has been really convenient, but we've grown to the point to where we are actually moving out to a studio. So that'll be happening pretty soon. And then we'll be able to do FilmRiot episodes on how we built out where we got it and all that goodness. What are your thoughts on the new Sony a7S II? We actually had one. We went to Warner Brothers to film something for Variant, and we got a 1 and a 2 of the A7Ss to shoot the thing. So we're messing around with it now, and we'll do a quick episode of my thoughts on it, probably this coming Thursday episode, if not the following. But I dig it. Those cameras are crazy with low light. It just blows my mind every time. The fact that it can see into the dark far more than my eyes can is just mind-blowing every single time. Why does TV cinematography differ from a movie? Restrictions is really the biggest difference between the two. When you come to TV, you got much lower budgets and a lot less time to finesse anything, whereas in film, you can take a lot more time to really dial it in and get it right because you have more days, you have more budget. With TV, it's really, really fast breakneck speed type stuff. So oftentimes I've even heard how, they wanted to cover something in 4 shots, but because they're trying to make their day, they're having to crush that down and figure out a way to get it in just 1 shot and, settling on the lighting being how it is because they don't have time to really dial it in. They have to get the scene and move on. So that seems to be the biggest difference. Last question, how do you get through to defensive actors who won't take direction without a fight? Do you engage in a long, arduous battle of wills, or simply give up and fire them on the spot? Also, I love you with the burning passion of 1,000 suns. Keep killing it. I accept your sun passion, and I return it tenfold. But honestly, when talking about difficult actors, or really difficult anybody on the crew, I just don't work with them. And it's easy enough, I can be difficult, but it's easy enough to figure out who those people are before you cast them. One, talk to people who have worked with them before to see what the experience was like. But two, if you can't do that, the first time that I audition them, if I like them, when I bring them back the second time is really about getting to know who this person is, asking them a ton of questions about themselves, to see how they respond to different things, and try to get a gauge for who they're gonna be on set. Also, talk about expectations. Let them know how I like to work, find out how they like to work, and if that doesn't mesh, well then you move on to the next person. And if they're really that difficult to where it's hurting the production, you're gonna find that out pretty much right away. I would probably just fire them and fill their spot with someone else. If it's going to damage your film, why are you gonna waste everyone's time with this person who's not a team player? Sometimes also you might want to look at yourself too, make sure it's not you. Are you not being collaborative enough? Make sure you're hearing their ideas out. If they want to try something, let them try it, but also do it your way as well. There are other things that you can do. But really going to battle on set with an actor is rarely that great of an idea, because in my experience, it becomes sort of sabotagey in a way where they're not going to give you what you want almost ever. And what are you going to do? You tell them what to do a certain way, well, they can just not do it. There's not too much you can do. So typically 99.9% of the time, I just don't work with those people. No douchebags, that's our rule. Domain.com is where I go to register all my domains. You know this, I know this. And now they got .club, which is universal and understood globally. If you're trying to build a business or get your film up on the webs, .club is perfect because the internet's all about community and collaboration. Plus, it's only $9.99 a year and thousands of options are still available. And if you use the coupon code FilmJumbo, you get 35% off new domain registrations, which is a limited time offer, only good till November 30th. So jump on it. And when you think domain names, think domain.com. So that's it for today, which means it's time for my suggestion of the week. This one's called Ray's Big Idea. It's an animated short film, just over 3 minutes, so not a long watch and totally worth your time. Love the animation, it's a lot of fun. Check it out right here. And just as a reminder, don't forget we have our Black Friday sale coming. Crazy deals on that one, Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You can get all the details about those right here, so definitely check that out as well. Until next time, don't forget to write, shoot, edit, repeat.